Bologna in a basket. That was what we ended off in the last video on. Bologna in a basket. And SciManDan showed a picture of the Bibles and biblical Christian texts. And again, I'm not going to say anything about that. I respect his beliefs. I respect this man's beliefs. Whether or not I think that, flat earthers or the flat earth theory is idiotic or not. But let's go ahead.
No substantiation, no science.
I just wanted to make.
I don't know why he has to make science or any substantiation, but I went through this last episode.
But yeah, sure. I wouldn't just leave the place.
It did seem a little violent. I was making sure everything was okay.
Oh, I mean, if this is considered violent and aggressive, we have really.
Yeah, I mean, ripping up a book in a store is, I would say that's pretty aggressive, but
Lost it.
No, you have lost it.
No, what he's saying is true. If standing in Target and ripping up a book that you already made clear you're going to pay for and you're not...
He never talked to... I don't believe he ever talked to a supervisor and said, oh, I'm going to pay for this. He never said that.
Not yelling and
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not completely sure, but I don't think he did.
Screaming and throwing it at anyone or doing like that. Yeah, that's not violent. If that's what people are calling violent...
Well, let's look up the definition of violent real quick. And let's hope that the recording doesn't break again. Using or involved physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something. Now, I believe he was using physical force to damage that book. So yes, that could be considered violent. Alright, my recording didn't break.
We
That's
truly
awesome.
live in a world of a bunch of spineless freaks.
Look at those eyes. He is completely gone, isn't he?
Shows a unflattering picture of SciManDan, where he looks kind of just done with bullshit. He's getting mad about ad hominem attacks, and then he comes out with that. I mean, that's a little bit hypocritical.
Yeah, see, I can do a still shot of your face too, making you look a little bit strange, because that's how we do science.
Yeah, and also there's.
I mean, you saying that doesn't stop it from being an attack.
Government documents that I've published on my website, which they also say in their own research Earth is flat.
US government documents. I've seen these documents he mentions here. They're very convoluted and it's difficult to ascertain anything from them. Yes, it says about a flat earth in them, but a lot of Americans believe the earth is flat. It doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, thank you, SciManDan. Okay, so you've seen the government documents and you're concurring that the information is in there, but you say, oh, but it's really convoluted and hard to follow, which you used that same insult before with the children's book on Nathan that he wouldn't be able to understand what it says, and now you're saying you don't understand what it says, and you even use the pathetic.
Alright, children's book, U.S. government document. Children's book, U.S. government document. Children's book, U.S. government document. Huh. You know what? I guess they're basically like written by the same person.
Pathetic excuses saying, well, a lot of people believed a flat Earth still back then, so you can't really put it all together. Yeah, science, Dan. You gotta use science. Provide substantial.
He's about to say provide substantial evidence, whatever the fuck. I'm sorry, but I've been through this last episode, and I don't see you proving the flat Earth
with evidence or experiments. And you can't.
Even governments can be wrong.
Well, you can. For example, I forgot who did it or whatever, but it was that that experiment with the two sticks in the cities and their shadows being cast, and the person, I believe it was a Greek person, long time ago, he calculated the circumference. I believe it was the circumference. I'm sorry, of the Earth, or maybe it was this. Yeah, no, I think it was the circumference. So, yeah, that's kind of proving.
Heck, look at my government. Half of them think it's good to leave the EU.
Well, that just hits right at home, doesn't it, SciManDan? It seems you're another bootlicking leftist, government-educated blind fool, and you're even
Ad hominem attacks are bad, says this man. I would.
unaware that you just supported
He
our point
says.
that the governments can't be trusted, including all their subsidiaries like NASA and the military and the worthless, university system. So, thanks much.
I wouldn't call the university system completely worthless. I mean, there is a lot of SJW stuff, and I won't get into that. But it educates people, and it's probably the reason we have a lot of our companies today.
He even makes the poor checkout lady bag up the pages. What a cretin.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, okay, you got that. Now you have a bleeding heart for the checkout lady. Yeah, not an argument.
Driven.
It's not trying to make an argument. I'm so
Propaganda book
so done.
written for children from Target.
No, that's how you make yourself look like a crazy, unhinged and immature bellend. I suspected there was a reason for this stunt. And it turns out...
And there's him mocking him again, while at the same time saying that he's not being a good scientist or whatever for using ad hominem attacks.
That it's
Let's
this.
continue.
Old Nathan has a children's book of his own. Earth is flat like a mat. This is one of the most appalling things you can do. It is indoctrination in the most disgusting form, and I am saddened that it's been given a green flag to appear on the site.
Yeah, he has a book of his own that he never mentioned once in the video. That he's never mentioned.
Doesn't matter that he mentioned it. It's still a book meant to indoctrinate young children into believing that the Earth is
In any of his other videos, maybe once or twice, I guess, if that was the specific purpose of the video. But you went and found something he was doing, and you're trying to say this is the reason why he's doing all this. No substantiation. You didn't provide any evidence. You're just griping.
So, I have...
No, he's not. He's saying that his point isn't very valid, and how the propaganda point isn't valid, because he's doing the same thing. If you could even call a science book meant to educate people a propaganda book.
strongly worded email to Amazon in the hope that this book is pulled from their website. I'll let you all know how that goes, although I won't hold my breath.
Yeah, you sent a strongly worded email to Amazon because you're worried about some kind of children's book indoctrination or whatnot, which is precisely Nathan's point when he was ripping it up in Target. But you didn't actually tell Amazon any of the things that were wrong. And if your email to Amazon reflects anything that showed up in this video that I just watched here, then I can totally understand why they wouldn't listen to you and why they wouldn't respond. So in closing, SciManDan, since you are a scientist on the matter, I have a website called ChallengeTheFlatEarth.com in which I am pledging $5,000 to the first person who can show me the first fully detailed and complete scientific experiment that proves the world is round.
I highly doubt you're giving away that money. If you are, I applaud you. But he's probably gonna pull some bullshit like, oh, that's a bullshit experiment when it's completely legitimate. But let's just finish this closer real quick, and that'll be it for the video.
So, I'd like to have you be the first person to try. Let's you and me go toe to toe, SciManDan. I would love it. I look forward to that. Let's do it.
All right, that was one of the worst videos I've watched on YouTube ever. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and goodbye, my dearest